Welcome to part two. In part one, we covered the first 6 ways to make money with AI in 2026, and every single one of them had the same catch. They trade your hours for money. Coaching, training, consulting, even sponsorships. Somewhere in the deal, you are still selling your time. Today, the leverage goes up. 4 agency models that businesses are already begging for. The one path I would honestly skip, and the final one. The one where you build something once and it pays you while you sleep. People are selling those for millions. If you have not seen part one, it is waiting for you after this. Let's climb. Number 7, paid speaking. Events, conferences, company workshops, all of them are hunting for one thing right now, and it's somebody who can stand in front of a room and make AI make sense. And the checks are real. A single speaking gig runs anywhere from a couple $1,000s to well past 20,000 for one talk. Who pays for this? Mostly non-technical organizations, a chamber of commerce, an industry association, a company that gathered 200 confused employees in one room. They bring in one speaker so the whole organization levels up at the same time. And what do they want from you? Same 2 things as always: save time, make money. The talks that actually land are not the big fancy theory ones. They're the hands on workshops where every person in the room sets up their AI, builds a skill or three, and walks out with something already working. Remember that from part one? The room full of people you would have coached one at a time? Same magic trick, bigger stage, bigger check. How do you get picked? Here's the honest answer: you grow a presence. You post what you're learning, you share your wins, and organizers start sliding into your inbox asking what you charge. Creators with even a modest audience get asked to speak constantly. LinkedIn is the strongest room for this because that's where the people who book speakers spend their day. But I promised you honesty in this series, so here's the fine print. Speaking is low leverage. It has to be you. Nobody books your assistant. Every talk needs real preparation tailored to that room, that industry, that audience. And organizers want a shiny resume before they hand you a stage, which takes time to build. So treat speaking as a milestone on the way, not the starting point. When it comes, it pays beautifully. Just don't sit around waiting for it. Now, the next 4 are all agency models. And before your eyes glaze over at the word agency, hear this. Every one of these is a proven business that already works, that already prints money for thousands of ordinary people. The twist is that AI just removed the part that used to require a big team. One person with Claude can now deliver what used to take 5 employees. That's the opening. Let's walk through the door. Number 8, the social media agency. I know. You've heard social media agencies are dead. That is flat out false. Every single business on earth needs help with social media. Online businesses, local businesses, creators, funded startups, all of them know they should be posting. Almost none of them are. Here's your buyer: an online business owner, somebody running a coaching program or a paid community. They are drowning in the actual business, building the thing, supporting customers, delivering what they sold. Marketing is the thing that always slips. And here's the offer, and I want you to feel how clean this is. 1 meeting a month with you, and they get 30 days of posts. That's it. You sit down with the owner once. You let AI record the call and pull the notes. Then Claude turns that one conversation into 30 unique posts. Hook Claude up to Canva, and it designs the carousels too. 1 2-hour conversation with any business owner is easily a month of content. Any business. That is a repeatable machine. Finding clients is almost unfairly direct. Instagram DMs work beautifully because your targets are sitting right there on Instagram with a page that is clearly struggling. You message them about the exact thing you can see is broken: posting inconsistently, low views, no strategy. That's not a cold pitch, that's a rescue. Cold email works too, especially once you have results to lead with. And local businesses, still a gold mine, still ignored. On our map, this lands at medium leverage, fast money. The process repeats across every client, which is why it scales. The ceiling is that clients need attention. A slow week happens and they want to know why. But every business in the world needs marketing, which means you will never, ever run out of doors to knock on. Number 9, the AEO Agency. Ask Engine Optimization. If that sounds brand new, that's exactly why it works. Here's the pitch in one sentence. You help businesses show up in Google and in AI search results because buyers have changed. They're not just Googling anymore. They're asking Claude. They're asking ChatGPT. And when someone asks, what's the best social media scheduler? Or plumber near me? The businesses that come up in that answer win everything. The ones that don't may as well not exist. Two buyers here, both hungry. Software businesses sitting on mountains of content that was never optimized, and local businesses, because Google is still king of local search. The owner of that plumbing company does not care how you do it. AI, magic, an alien, a camel, they want one outcome. Top 3 when their customer searches. Promise top 5 if that feels safer. Rank them where the customers are looking, and you can charge thousands a month. And they'll happily keep paying because the math never stops working. If it brings in 10,000 a month, 9,000 is a bargain. Where does Claude fit? Everywhere. As you work with clients, you build a set of reusable skills that write search optimized content, and then you tune a copy of each skill to each client's business. Plug Claude into WordPress and the rest of their tools, and one person delivers what used to take an agency team. Fair warning on the map placement. The first dollar comes slower than social. Everybody instantly understands wanting to be famous on Instagram. A business owner who's never heard of AEO needs some educating first, and rankings take longer to move than a content calendar. But LinkedIn is going absolutely feral for this topic right now. Post that you understand AEO and watch what happens. The demand is sitting right there in the open. Quick gut check at the halfway mark. Feel the shape of this? Speaking pays big, but needs you. Social pays fast and repeats. AEO pays deep and compounds. Now it gets interesting, because the next one serves the most desperate buyer in this entire series. And desperate buyers are the easiest sales you will ever make. Number 10, the vibe coding agency. Here's who calls you. A non-technical founder. Somebody who knows their industry cold, who spotted a real problem, and who used AI to build their app to about 80% done. And then they hit the wall. How do I set up logins? How do I make sure users only see their own data? How do I put this on a real website? How do I connect payments so I actually get paid? If you've ever built anything, you take that stuff for granted. They don't. They are stuck in the last mile, spinning their wheels on the final 20%, watching their dreams sit there, almost finished. Almost. That founder is desperate, genuinely desperate. They've poured months into this thing. They don't want to lecture and they don't want to learn deployment. They want someone to grab it and carry it across the finish line. So that's the offer, word for word. You have an amazing idea and it's almost done. I'll get it launched for you. Fast, reliable, and secure. Those last 2 words matter because the number one fear every non-technical founder has about vibe-coded apps is that they're fragile and hackable. Say secure and stable out loud and watch their shoulders drop. Where do you find them? Inside AI communities, where they're already stuck and already asking for help in public. And here's the move. Answer their question, not with a teaser, with the most generous, complete 3-paragraph answer in the whole thread. Do that, and the DM comes to you. Can I just pay you to do this? It happens every single day. LinkedIn works too. That's where the stuck founders with real money hang out. The catch is real. If you have zero technical background, there's a learning curve before you can deliver this, and that takes time. But here's why it beats speaking on the leverage map. It doesn't have to be you. You can build templates, checklists, a repeatable launch playbook, and eventually a small team fulfilling while you sell. A stage needs your face. This just needs the work done. Number 11, the AI Automation Agency. And yes, this is the one I'd skip. I know that stings because this is the one every guru on the internet is yelling at you to start. So let me be fair first. The offer is legitimate. You walk into an established business, audit how they work, find the tedious manual stuff, and automate it so the owner saves time and makes money. Service businesses are the classic target because they have revenue and real processes. And you can absolutely land clients. Upwork is wildly underrated for this. The bar over there is on the floor. Most applicants don't even read the job post, and rising to the top is easier than you'd guess. Long-form YouTube tutorials build credibility. LinkedIn works, crowded as it is. So why would I skip it? Because of what you find when you actually get inside those businesses. Chaos. Beautiful, profitable chaos. Most owners are not systems people. They're running on 6 tools that don't talk to each other, data trapped in silos, processes that live in one employee's head. Every single client is messy in their own unique way, which means every project starts from scratch, which means this is some of the lowest leverage technical work you can sell. It's real money, it's honest work. It just fights you at every step when you try to scale it. If you want an agency, the other three doors are simply better. Which brings us to the last one. Number 12, vibe coding your own product. Not building apps for clients, building your app for you and selling it on a monthly subscription. This is the top of the leverage map. This is the one where you build it once and it pays you while you sleep. Here's what that looks like when it works. Say you build a tool for content creators, and the promise is 1 week of content in 10 minutes. A new customer finds the website, tries it, likes it, and subscribes. Notice what's missing from that sentence. You. No sales call, no onboarding, no extra hours. Adding the 1,000th customer costs you nothing more than adding the first, and every one of them pays you again next month. That's recurring revenue, and it's the sweetest math in business. Design your product around one question. What does a brand new user accomplish in their first 90 seconds? Not 90 days, 90 seconds. If they get a real win before their coffee cools, they stay. Then take it to social, and this is where TikTok shines, because TikTok hands out views like candy and gives an unknown product a real shot at going viral. A product that catches on TikTok can do life-changing numbers overnight. And there's a prize behind the prize. A product is an asset. Companies get bought for multiples of their revenue. A product doing $1 million a year can sell for 5, 10, 20 million. That's why people are selling these for millions. You're not just building income, you're building something someone will one day want to buy from you. Now the honesty, because this path demands it. This is the hardest one on the entire list. The first dollar comes slower than anything else here. The brutal stretch is your first 1,000 a month in subscriptions. But get to 1,000 and you can get to 10. Get to 10 and you can get to 100. The ones who lose are the ones who quit in the quiet part, before the compounding kicks in. So there's the full map, all 12. Coaching pays this week. Training multiplies it. Courses sell while you sleep. Consulting becomes a playbook. Sponsorships turn attention into checks. Communities compound month after month. Speaking pays big when your name gets big. A social agency turns one conversation into 30 posts. An AEO agency puts businesses where their customers are looking. A vibe coding agency rescues desperate founders. Automation pays but fights you. And a product of your own sits at the very top, where the work you did once keeps paying you forever. So here's the question you're actually asking. Which one? And here's the answer nobody wants and everybody needs. 1. Pick 1, not 4. The people who stall are the ones juggling 3 income streams at once, none of them past the starting line. Give your pick a real shot, 3 to 6 months of honest effort, not 2 half-hearted weeks. And pick the one you'd enjoy, because the person who enjoys the work outlasts the person who's forcing it, every single time. You now know who pays, what to sell them, where to find them, and how fast the money shows up. 12 doors. You only need to walk through one. Easy as pie.